I have been struggling over the past couple of years about Canadian legacy builders' place in the sweet spot where financial and charitable planning intersect. Some days it feels like a salmon swimming upstream, which, ironically, I saw for the first time this past summer in Alaska. From 36,000 feet, I can clearly see the landscape that lies ahead. Increased taxes, increased user fees, less disposable income, increased poverty within our own borders, and egos getting in the way of actually being able to talk through a solution in our society that is built on instant gratification. Dan Pallotta has become a household name in the charitable sector, especially with this famous phrase, "Could it be that everything we've been taught about charity and about giving and about change is backwards? That when we show people only the means without revealing the ends, we mislead them?" I contend that everything we have been taught about financial matters is backwards, and this was highlighted for me upon watching the movie Pink Ribbon Incorporated, which is a documentary that shows some companies using pink ribbon-related marketing to increase sales while contributing only a small fraction of the proceeds to the cause. One of the individuals interviewed said, for people to finally rise up and object, they have to be aware of the lies they're being fed. But doesn't this hold true for a majority of things in our society? United Way of Guelph and Wellington Executive Director Ken Darnato was published in the Guelph Mercury saying, "One of the biggest things we're concerned about is funding cuts from government sources. We've just completed a survey and we know that 67% of our agencies out of the 88 programs reported significant cuts from government sources, cuts that are significantly impacting their budgets. This is a theme we're going to be bringing forward this year. I've written previously that we need to stop giving people the fish, that our society would be better off if it taught others to fish instead. But maybe even needs to go one step further. Maybe the truth rests with charities being forced to teach their donors and their beneficiaries to fish." Simon Sinek, author of Start With Why, has a simple but powerful model for inspirational leadership, all starting with the golden circle and the question why, and a synopsis of the theory he began using to teach others how to become effective leaders and inspire change. Start With Why is meant to inspire people to do the things that inspire them. Could a marriage of Sinek and Pallotta's ideas be what is needed to solve the charitable challenges of the 21st century? In Matt Ridley's book, The Rational Optimist, he gives a counterblast to the prevailing pessimism of our age and proves, however much we like to think the contrary, that things are getting better. Using Sinek's philosophy, if charities focused on their why and then be available and prepared to explain how they do what they do and then what can be done, organizations might finally become the bridge between the problems and the solutions, the donors and the beneficiaries, without being in the life raft themselves, waiting and depending on donations or funding to help them float to safety. For example, what might happen if charities take the lead to debunk the myth that business owners need to take a salary, pay into CPP, and RSPs are the best retirement saving option? In the writing blog for this video, I use a very simple example that highlights that by listening to the status quo and not challenging thinking, you can change a $700,000 tax bill and take it down to $70,000. One will have left an enduring legacy when they have lived and when they pass away. The other will be remembered for a large tax bill. It really is a staggering question. What if everything we've been taught is dead wrong? There are no secrets that the wealthy are aware of. They just know how to ask different questions and be skeptical about the answers in order to make a true difference.